The four boulevards, the four cafés, before the Eiffel Tower. Paris was a city of shadows, stone, and firelight. In the 1600s, Paris was the largest city in Europe, a crowded, dangerous, and dazzling capital at the heart of a rising kingdom. This is Paris as few have ever seen it, reborn through artificial intelligence. By the 17th century, Paris was home to over 500,000 people. Its streets were narrow and unpaved, its buildings tall and leaning inward, blocking out the sun. There were no streetlights. At night, the city belonged to torches and to danger. Yet Paris was alive loud with merchants, craftsmen, priests, soldiers, and beggars, all packed tightly behind its walls. Daily life in Paris was harsh and physical. Water came from wells or directly from the Seine, already polluted by waste. The smell of smoke, animals, and refuse filled the air. Still, the city thrived. Paris was a place of work, survival, and constant motion from sunrise to sunset. The church dominated the skyline and the lives of Parisians. Notre Dame stood at the center of the city, not just as a cathedral, but as a symbol of divine order. Bells marked the hours. Religious festivals shaped the calendar. Faith was not optional, it was woven into every moment of daily life. Paris was also a royal city. Kings ruled from vast palaces like the Louvre, long before Versailles became the seat of power. Nobles dressed in silk and lace walked the same streets as the poor, but lived in an entirely different world. This was a city of extreme contrasts. Luxury and hunger, power and desperation. Paris in the 1600s was not safe. Crime was common. Fires spread quickly. Disease was ever present. The plague returned again and again, killing tens of thousands. Without modern medicine or sanitation, survival was uncertain and fear was a constant companion. Yet from this chaos emerged culture. Paris became a center of art, literature, and new ideas. Writers, philosophers, and architects began shaping what would become modern France. The foundations of enlightenment were quietly being laid in candlelit rooms across the city. Over centuries, Paris would be rebuilt again and again. Medieval streets vanished. Walls were torn down. But beneath the modern city, the bones of 1600s Paris still remain. Every stone has a memory. Through artificial intelligence, we can now glimpse a lost world. Not as fantasy, but as history brought back to life. Paris in the 1600s was brutal, beautiful, and unforgettable. And its story still echoes through the city today.